right, so for the heat treating forge process, I have these two soft fire bricks, which I'm going to set on top of each other like this. And I have this 2 1/8 inch drill circle thing, and I'm going to use that to make a nice little chamber. And then I'm gonna make a side entrance for my blowtorch so it can go like that and create a nice little chamber for the heat treat. As you can see, I'll have plenty of space for the knife. So now I've got the chamber made. It looks pretty good. Made a huge mess, but definitely the drill and cutting with a drywall saw works really well for this. All took maybe 10 minutes. That was pretty good. So for the next part, I'm gonna get the blowtorch hole ready for the side. I believe I'm gonna do it about 20 degrees. That way I can get a nice swirl inside the chamber. So for the burner hole, I've got it just, roughly on an angle, elevated, maybe just a touch up. I did the bulk of the work with the saw, the little drywall saw, but now I've got a round file. I'm just gonna very carefully align the 2 bricks and make it look pretty. All right, so here's the forge all nice and lit. See, it's already starting to heat up. Looks really good. So I've got the knife clamped in between my straight vise, and let's let it cool, and we'll be back to take it out. All right, I just got the knife out of the tempering oven, which is my home oven. It's now sitting here in the vise, just kind of cooling. I tempered it for 2 hours at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and the heat treat I did this morning as well. So it was all done in succession once everything cooled. Yeah. All right, let's see if it passes the file test. I don't know. All right, so there's a spot or two where it's not quite perfect, but it's gonna be good enough for me. I'll see how well this works, and if it doesn't work, I can look at a different forge, a different way of heat treating, but I think for the majority of it, it's pretty well heat treated. All right, so after a lot of work, the heat treat is done. The tempering cycle, which was 2 hours, is done. It looks super good. All that's left now is sanding. I'm gonna do stone wash on this one. So sanding, stone washing, then the handle. Just got a nice little square here. All right, so here we are done with 80. I just did a little bit just to get the majority of the actual grit off. But yeah, I'm gonna keep moving up to the next grit. All right, so here we are. I ended up going 80, 120, 220, and then 320. And overall, it looks really good and it's nice and smooth. Did make a couple mistakes, so like right there's that little bit of, I guess, gouging from a power tool that I should have taken out before heat treat, but didn't. And then right there, my bevel doesn't quite line up, so that's also another mistake. Just things to learn from. As far as I know, I can't really fix them now, so we're just gonna go with it and hope it's not into a good knife. And the stone washings would really help hide some of these mistakes too, I hope.